You mentioned Jay-Z. I assume you heard the new album?
Did I?
It's interesting how you get this sort of, either people are completely embracing it and saying this is some grown man shit. And then you got the people who feel like Jay-Z's talking about them, and they say, I'm going to still be talking about money on the phone and still throwing money at the strip clubs. And you kind of have this interesting divide between people on this album, which is what Jay-Z does a lot of times.
Right. Me personally, man, those that don't want to listen to that, then that's fine. That's what level you on. I think it all boils down to women. Whatever they like.
Okay.
If a woman say right now, I love a man whose hair is right here and none up here, every man will be cutting their shit like that.
Really?
Yes. So I think it boils down. I know it sounds weird as hell, but I honestly think if more women go, man, I need an intelligent motherfucker who paying his bills, who doing this and doing that, and I ain't accepting no buffoonery. I ain't accepting none of that shit. If a woman say that shit, it's golden. If a woman say all that money to your ear shit, if a woman say that shit is whack, and the women start embracing that shit, like you look goofy than a motherfucker doing that shit, I bet that shit stop.
I mean, but women already do kind of say that.
Not all of them. I need all the motherfuckers to say that shit if they want this shit to stop. But you know what I'm saying? But if that's what they want to do, that's on them. But I don't understand. You know, I don't get it. I'm cut from a different cloth, you know, and I'm more like, yo, and I mean, that music is from my era. So if that ain't their era and that's what they own, then fine, so be it. But, you know, we pay taxes.
I mean, what woman says, I want a guy who's broke but pretends to be rich on Instagram and, you know, makes his money illegally and is in and out of jail and doesn't have a long-term goal?
And it's a lot of women that think like they don't know. They tricked.
I mean, do they think that, or are they just settling for what they can get?
I think they're a product of their environment as well too. So if you in the neighborhood and you in the hood and you see a motherfucker riding through the hood, flossing and doing all that shit, you see that shit, you might want to be with him and you'll do whatever to get with him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if she don't know no better, then yeah, that's what she gonna look for, you know? I mean, it's the same thing with a lot of shit in the hood. You know, I think a lot of hoods need just a lot more guidance and love. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that. And motherfuckers can be mad at me if they want, but you know, I got family members that's in gangs, and I know motherfuckers is in gangs. I'm from Chicago. I know how that shit go.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe if it's a lack of love at home, there's gonna always be gangs and shit, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember I did an interview with Shaka Senghor. So when you get shot, does the ambulance come right away?
The ambulance never came.
Never came?
Never came.
Did anyone call the ambulance, or?
We called the ambulance, but the ambulance never came. I was actually bleeding pretty bad. And so my friend who had got shot the prior year, he ended up taking me to the hospital, dropping me off. They basically pulled 2 bullets out my leg, left one in my foot, patched me up. And literally within a couple of days, I was right back on the block. And like that shifted everything inside of me, you know? And so from that moment forward, I never left the house without a gun. You know, I had a gun even when I was in the house. Like, that's just what I was on. And I started making it up in my mind that if I find myself in a conflict, I'm shooting first. And 16 months later, that's what happened.
As long as there's no love in the household, there will be gangs. In that period. In Chicago, they got the motherfucking army, they got the police, task force. They got all this shit to stop all these gangs and shit. If they don't have a place where they feel love, that's where they're gonna go get love. So we need to have organizations and shit that's open where we can go, hey, you can come over here and make music. We can open up this whole motherfucking community center where you come make music. It's love. We gonna help you do whatever. You got a job interview. We gonna motherfucking buy you some shoes for that shit. We need the cleaners in the neighborhood. You clean everybody fucking suit who's on their way to a job interview for free. If you got a job interview, you come in there with your application, show them your application, you clean their fucking clothes for free so they can go try to get a job. Love.
Yeah.
It's the love.
Right.
If we can get this love in these different communities, man, I promise you, I bet my word on it that it'd be a better situation.
Right, because you grew up in Chicago.
South side of Chicago.
And you know what's interesting is that we just reported on this. Did you hear how many people got shot over 4th of July weekend?
Did I?
Over 100 people.
Did I?
And I remember I interviewed this rapper from Chicago named King Yella. He said that 4th of July is the best time of the year to shoot somebody.
It's the prime time.
You will hold on to your beef all year
time
until 4th of July hits.
You come to Chicago on the 4th of July and you get into it with any motherfucker, you will get fucking shot and won't nobody know who the fuck you are. It's so fucking crazy. And don't get me wrong, I love my city to death, but that shit real. It's the best time. You don't know who the fuck shooting. It's everybody shooting.
Pops everywhere.
It's pops everywhere. It's the best fucking time. And
so
it's crazy.
You remember 4th of July in Chicago?
I go every year. This past year I was not there because I had a show in Charlotte. But every year I'm there because I go there and I go to this disco picnic we have in Chicago that's really large. I'm big into disco music and shit. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm house shit, you know. But yeah, but anyway, I didn't go this year though.
Probably a good thing.
Man,
because this is like record numbers here.
The record numbers. Like I can't even go where I used to go in Chicago. Like I don't even fuck around, like, at all. Like, at all. Like, even downtown, like, you know, I hang out downtown and shit because it's safe, but even when I go out south, I go to one specific area out south. I go, like, on 75th and go hang out with my boy over there at his lounge, and we go hang out. And, yeah, that's about it. If we ain't on 75th, you know, and I got another guy who got a bar on 75th. If I ain't on 75th, man, and 75th ill. Don't get me wrong, but you know, we know everybody over there. But I don't try to fuck around that much at all. Cause motherfuckers would be like this. Damn, that's that motherfucking Blackish. Let me see your wallet.
what size shoe you wear?
Let's take a picture. Shit, man, it was so nice meeting you.
Right. You actually, you know, you had this routine, I think, in your Netflix special about you got to be careful who you take pictures with.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers.
break that one down because I absolutely loved it. I loved it.
But yeah, a guy make you take a picture. They don't smile in the picture. Like let you know when they smile in your pictures or whatever. Like I hate when they don't tell me to smile. They be like, get in the picture, and I get over there. Everybody like. And I'm like,
and it looks like
I look at the picture and it look like I wanted a picture with them instead.
Like you're their fan,
right? I look like I'm their fan. I'm like,